A lot of salespeople don't actually use their sales tools correctly. A carpenter has a hammer and a screwdriver. We've got our own tools as well. We've got our email automations, we've got our phones, we've got our texts, we've got all of that stuff as well. So when calling on leads, it's important that you don't sound like a generic salesman or a telemarketer straight off the bat. When I do my phone, when I do a cold call, for example, I have a little bit of a slightly different approach. Normally what you'll hear, we've all heard it, we get these called all day, every day. What you're probably going to hear, hi Santino, it's John from XYZ company. I'm just talking about your phone bill, or I'm just talking about your car insurance or your house insurance. Straight off the bat, the person has already given too much information away. I know it's going to be a sales call, and I know what their intent is. They're trying to sell something that I'm already in the deal. I don't need to be upsold. I don't really have time for this sales situation anyway. I'm focusing on what I'm doing today. We've all been in that situation and we don't want to make time for this sort of stuff, even if it is important. So you want to switch your approach. So what I tend to do when I'm doing a cold call, completely random person, I've never met them before. I don't know them from Adam. So how I start my sales call, I would say something like, hello, is that John? Notice the tone that I'm using as well. John, how's it going? How are you doing? You okay? Notice I haven't said anything about who I am, where I'm calling from, what I'm trying to do. I'm going to repeat that again for you. So, hello, is that John? John, how's it going? You okay today? At this point, it builds interest, because the way I've attacked the call, the person is probably thinking, who is this? Do I know this person? Is it a friend from school? Where are they calling from? I need to find out more information. So let me stay on the phone and hear what they have to say. Rather than, hi John, it's Santino from XYZ company. I'm just talking about XYZ. Too much information rather than building interest, no information. So naturally I've got John's attention and he's going to want to stay on the phone because he wants to know who's calling him. Does he know this person? Is it a call that he needs to take? So it builds interest. You want to pique their desire from the get-go, the second you get them on the phone call, in order to keep them, because people are getting phone calls all day, every day, and they're getting the same phone call from different companies all day, every day. So you need to be a little bit different. So after I say, hello, is that John? John, it's Santino from Scale Up. Notice I'm saying from Scale Up. I'm not saying anything else after that. But the way I'm saying it is, John, it's Santino from Scale Up. I'm saying it in a certain tone as if he should know who's calling him, as if he spoke to them before, and he's actually looking for a call back from them. So there's a lot of intent behind what I say. So it's, John, it's Santino from Scale Up. Do you remember? As if I'm saying, do you remember? So in his brain, he's saying, should I know this place? Should I know this company? So naturally, he's going to ask, Scale Up, who's that? Oh, I'm just ringing in regards to your desire. So when I say desire, I mean his specific desire. So as a salesman, as a professional, as a company, you should have a customer avatar, which we're going to get into further down the line as well. And in your customer avatar, it's the person you're pretty much selling to all the time. So you're selling your product for a desired result, and the person you're selling to will naturally want that result. So when you get on the call, you want to pique their interest and pique their desires as soon as you get on the phone. So, John, it's Santino from Scale Up. Scale Up, who's that? I'm just ringing regarding your desire. So because I know what result he wants and what he's trying to do at this moment in his life, because he's come through my funnel, or he's contacted from there, or he's come through at some stage, or he is my customer avatar, so I know exactly what he wants at this point in time. So because I've piqued his desire, naturally he's going to be inclined to stay on the phone to me and figure out more, rather than me saying, hi John, it's Santino from XYZ company. I just want to do this, this and this and let you know how we can help. Let you know how we can help or get you your desire. when you say get you your desire, naturally it piques their interest and their desires, and they're going to want to stay and listen for more. And the thing is, people don't like to make time for things that they don't care about, but people will naturally go out of their way for the things that they want to achieve and the things that they care about. So you need to address the situation on what they want to achieve from the get-go, so naturally they want to take the time out to speak to you. So it's about flipping the script. I have a whole segment on flipping the script as well. That makes the person sell themselves to you, but you want to flip the script so they want to stay on the phone to you rather than you having to try keep them on the phone. So that's what you want to do. So I'd say something like, I just want to talk about your desire. Okay, yeah, no problem. I take it you've got a minute now. Notice I say the way I take it you've got a minute now. You also want to assume that they've got time, because at the end of the day, they picked up the phone. If it was something important, they would stay on the phone. If it wasn't important, they'd rush you off the phone. Or if it wasn't important or they were busy, they wouldn't pick up the phone anyway. They'd ring you back later. So the fact that they've picked up the phone, they've got time. Unless they do really keep on rushing you off the phone, then you should have my objection handler book, which has all the objections in there, which I'm going to cover anyway. Then there's loads of ways that you can tackle that, but 9 times out of 10, they've got the time. They know they've got the time. If it's interesting, they're going to make the time. So you say, I'll take it you've got the time, you've got some time now, yeah? Yeah, perfect. So you hold them on the phone like that. You've piqued their desire, then you get commitment by holding them on the phone by saying, I'll take it you've got the time now quickly, or I'll take it you've got the time quickly now, yeah? Also, I'm going to talk about trial closes as well, where you help, where you make it easier for people to buy from you by saying yes, 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 yes. We're going to get into that as well. So that's what I'll do. So at the beginning of the phone call, as soon as the call begins, you want to make sure that you're sharp and professional. At the end of the day, people will be able to tell if you're sharp and professional, and they'll be able to tell if you're unprofessional and you're not sharp. And naturally, if you're sharp, they're going to want to stay on the phone to you because they can tell it's a bit more of a professional phone call, and you're someone that is actually there to do their job and help them as well. We've all had them phone calls where the salesman's just been absolutely unprofessional and not sharp. They didn't know what they were saying or doing. And naturally, this portrays in the phone call and the response you get from your clients as well. You want to be able to preempt and control the whole conversation from the intro, the diagnosis process, the FAQs, the goal and the price. This will eliminate all interruptions and objections and subconscious self-talk further down in the phone call. So what I mean by that is, so John, I want to talk about XYZ. I take it you've got a minute now. You've got a minute now, yeah? Yeah, no problem. Okay, cool. So what I wanted to cover with you today, so you set the intention, because you already know, they already know that you're going to talk about price, that price is going to come up. They've already got the question in their mind, oh, how much is this going to cost me, or what's the cost? So you want to eliminate them bringing up any objections or bringing up the cost before you get to it, before you build enough value so they see that they actually need that thing that you're selling. So you want to set the intention. So amazing. I quickly just want to run through this, and this. So I want to cover the terms, I want to cover start dates, I want to cover what we do, if it works for you, if it doesn't work for you, and obviously we'll cover price and all that stuff as well, to see if all that works for yourself. Is that all right? 9 times out of 10 they'll say yeah, no problem. Then you get into it. So it's all about setting the right intention from the beginning, so they know that where the conversation is going, you know that you're steering the conversation in the right direction. They know you're going to cover start dates, they know you're going to cover product information, they know you're going to cover terms, and they know you're going to cover price. So now they don't feel like they have to ask the question or they have to bring up the objection or whatever fears they might have, because they know you're going to cover it, because you said, look, listen, I'm going to cover X, Y, and Z. So now listen to what I have to say, or let me ask you some questions about X, Y, and Z. So I hope that helps.